Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gunther made headlines all around the globe when he unleashed an assault on Michael Cole and choked out Pat McAfee while both men were doing their job on WWE Raw. The ring general lost his World Heavyweight Championship to Jey Uso at the grandest stage of them all and has been furious about it ever since. Cole and McAfee gave their opinions about the ring general, which the latter didn't like, leading to the massive assault. WWE has yet to address the ring general's actions, but it clearly might punish him for what he did. The next edition of WWE Raw could feature Adam Pearce confronting the ring general for his actions before the latter unleashes an assault on the general manager. Completely outraged with the former World Heavyweight Champion, Pearce could bring his end boss, Brock Lesnar, back to the company to take care of the star. Gunther's Brock Lesnar has been a dream match that the WWE Universe has waited for years, and a potential showdown between them would undoubtedly be a treat to watch. Gunther has often addressed facing the Beast incarnate in a possible showdown and named a dream match of his own, but Lesnar's absence from the company has prevented the match from happening. Brock Lesnar has not been on WWE TV since SummerSlam 2023. The Beast incarnate has been out of the company due to an ongoing lawsuit, and millions around the world have awaited his return. Adam Pearce could use this as the perfect opportunity to bring back the former Universal Champion to TV and put him against Gunther to give the fans the dream showdown they have awaited for years. While Brock Lesnar's return to WWE remains uncertain, Hall of Famer GBL addressed the same in a recent edition of the Something to Wrestle podcast. The legend stated that Lesnar was bound to return to the company at some point in the future, and that the Stamford-based company would happily pay a $2 price for it. Though the company would indeed be ready to offer a huge amount if they got Brock Lesnar back on TV, they would still wait for the controversies to end so that none of them get attracted to the business. Fans will have to wait and see what happens if the company brings Brock Lesnar back on TV and how his potential feud with Gunther is booked. In the wake of one of the most talked about WrestleMania events in recent memory, WWE has entered yet another turbulent phase, this time fueled by the shocking actions of Gunther on the Raw after WrestleMania 41. Just days after losing the Intercontinental Championship to a rising Braun Breaker in a brutal, hard-hitting match that left fans speechless, Gunther made headlines for all the wrong reasons when he launched an unprovoked and ruthless assault on Adam Pearce live on Raw. The former Intercontinental Champion, perhaps unhinged by the fall from his record-breaking reign, stormed into the ring and blindsided Pearce with a devastating powerbomb, stunning the entire WWE Universe and leaving officials scrambling to contain the chaos. Now, with Gunther suspended indefinitely following his actions, the WWE landscape has been sent into a frenzy of speculation. Questions swirl not just about his punishment, but about whether Pearce, known for his patience and leadership, will take things a step further. And according to backstage whispers, that's exactly what may be happening. Because if recent rumors are to be believed, Pearce isn't just looking for retribution. He's preparing to bring back the one man who could truly teach Gunther a lesson. A man known in some circles as the ultimate end boss. A man who could shake the very core of WWE if he were to return. So the question now echoes loudly, is Adam Pearce preparing to bring back the legendary Brock Lesnar? Let's unpack what's been happening, why it makes sense, and why it could lead to one of the most brutal confrontations in WWE history. Gunther's meltdown and the fallout. It's important to understand the mental state Gunther may be in right now. For over 600 days, he stood tall as the most dominant Intercontinental Champion in modern WWE history. He toppled giants. He humiliated legends. He carved out his name with European precision and an iron will, reviving the prestige of a title that had long lost its shine. For many, Gunther wasn't just a champion. He was the standard-bearer of excellence and brutality. So when Braun Breaker marched into WrestleMania 41 and dismantled that aura in less than 15 minutes, the shockwaves didn't just ripple, they roared. It wasn't just a loss, it was a dethroning. The moment shattered the myth of Gunther's invincibility. and what followed on Raw may have been the manifestation of that broken pride. But instead of turning his aggression toward Breakker, the Austrian powerhouse zeroed in on the symbol of authority itself. Adam Pearce, who had publicly praised Breakker's performance and acknowledged the shift in WWE's power structure, found himself blindsided in the ring by a man many believed was capable of self-control. That illusion was shattered when Gunther threw him like a ragdoll in front of millions watching. The statement was loud, violent, and personal. Pearce's response: more than just discipline? Pearce has since announced an indefinite suspension for Gunther, citing a breach of trust and endangerment of WWE personnel. But those close to the situation suggest the suspension may be more than just a penalty. It may be a trap. A calculated pause, because while Gunther cools off away from the cameras, sources claim Pearce has been in deep discussions with top brass about a strategic response. Not fines, not lawsuits, a reckoning. And that reckoning might come in the form of the man who once made Adam Pearce's life a living hell. A man who once suplexed Pearce into unconsciousness. A man Pearce swore he'd never do business with again. But in WWE, grudges are flexible when justice is on the line. Enter Brock Lesnar. The End Boss returns. The term End Boss isn't thrown around lightly in WWE. It's a title reserved for the most unstoppable forces, the final challenge in the game. And for years, Brock Lesnar has embodied that idea. Whether as a UFC crossover phenomenon or a WWE part-time monster, Lesnar's presence has always meant pain, unpredictability, and destruction. But we haven't seen Brock Lesnar since his last match nearly a year ago, when he reportedly walked away from WWE following a dispute involving creative control and future appearances. Since then, Lesnar's name has only appeared in quiet conversations and internet whispers. Until now, multiple backstage insiders have indicated that Lesnar has been in talks with WWE again, conversations allegedly reopened by none other than Adam Pearce himself. The two have a famously tense history. In fact, it was Pearce who fined and suspended Lesnar the last time they crossed paths in 2021, after Lesnar attacked him with an F5. That level of history can't be forgotten. But in the world of WWE, necessity often trumps pride. And if there's one man who could humble Gunther, who could match his cold intensity and sheer strength, it's the Beast incarnate. Gunther versus Brock. A dream match years in the making. For years, fans have clamored for the ultimate clash between Gunther and Lesnar. A match not about titles or rankings, but sheer physicality. Old school, bone-crunching violence. A true clash of titans. Gunther himself has publicly expressed interest in facing Lesnar, once calling him the final test in WWE. And while timing, politics, and scheduling have kept them apart, this latest development could finally break that dam. Imagine the stakes. Imagine the tone. This wouldn't be about championships. This would be about dominance. About putting Gunther back in his place. About showing him that no matter how high he flies, there's always a bigger beast waiting in the shadows. What would a return look like? The setting for such a return could be monumental. WWE King and Queen of the Ring is just weeks away. Money in the Bank looms shortly after. And while SummerSlam may feel like a natural place for a battle of this magnitude, WWE has proven time and again that surprises are their bread and butter. Don't be surprised if Lesnar's return happens unannounced, perhaps even during a backstage brawl, or through a shocking assault on Gunther when he's least expecting it. Visualize this. Gunther storms a WWE event after breaking suspension rules. Security is overwhelmed. He's ranting in the ring, demanding respect, demanding his Intercontinental title back. Then the lights flicker. The crowd knows. The anticipation builds. And then, boom, Lesnar's music hits. The arena explodes. Gunther doesn't flinch. He stands tall. And as Lesnar marches to the ring, eyes locked with the ring generals, WWE is transformed. What it means for the locker room. Bringing back Brock Lesnar isn't just about disciplining Gunther. It's a message. But warning, that no matter how dominant you become, WWE has its monsters. And Adam Pearce, for all his diplomacy, knows how to unleash them when provoked. Lesnar returning to face Gunther wouldn't just be a match. It would be a shift in the balance of power. It would remind the entire locker room that there's always another level, always another end boss. And that message might be more important than ever as WWE moves into a new era with rising stars, unstable alliances, and locker room tension. Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Solo Sikoa, La Knight, these names are rising fast. But if Gunther can be broken down by the very beast he once admired, it tells everyone, stay humble, or face the consequences. Closing thoughts, a collision course awaits. Gunther's story is far from over. If anything, this may be the beginning of a darker, more violent chapter. His descent into madness after losing the Intercontinental Championship has made him unpredictable, dangerous, and desperate to reclaim his throne. But with Adam Pearce seemingly plotting an unthinkable return, the ring general may soon find himself face to face with a storm even he can't contain. The WWE Universe watches with bated breath, because when the beast comes knocking, there's no room for strategy, no room for pride, only survival. And if Gunther dares to answer the door, he may finally discover what happens when you provoke the final boss of WWE. Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. It's not just a fantasy anymore. It may be our reality, sooner than anyone thinks. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.